change more. Know yourself and we will win this war. Too many problems, not enough solutions. You're in the equation, but you're nothing but a nuisance. A nuisance. We're gonna change your mind. Look inside yourself and find hate, find fear. Your life is over here. You want to fade from time, reaching out from the inside your face. Well, it'll disappear with years.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Legend of Combat. This is Fight Night. I am Colin Barnes, your commentator here tonight. And what a night we have in store for you. Kicking off tonight's card, we have Kieran Dullahan taking on James Crawford. The winner will advance to the final of the bantamweight tournament. And then after that, a fight in the lightweight division. Mr. Bomb AXX taking on Son Simpson, who will get the first win in the lightweight division. And headlining our card tonight, we have Kai McMahon taking on JORTFR, a heavy clash of the Titans, and I cannot wait for that one. As we go into this bantamweight fight, let's take a look at the tournament. As you can see, Stiffy Steve is in the final, and he'll take on the winner of this one, James Crawford or Kieran Dullahan. And just what a fight we've got in store for you. And the fight is now underway. Will they touch gloves? They will not touch gloves. Chris Dullahan in the white shorts, James Crawford also sporting the white shorts. So you just need to really keep an eye on what one hits there. James Crawford opening with a nice spinning body kick, throwing out that jab. It's going to be really interesting here. A nice body kick landed by James Crawford, but he receives one by Kieran, who now takes him down with a spinning body kick, and now he actually just takes him down, but he's keeping his distance. Lands a leg kick, and this one could really go either way. Kieran Dullahan landing a nice overhand there. How will James Crawford respond to that one? He's ate another body kick, but he throws out a body shot of his own. And remember to follow our Twitter page at Legend of Combat. And James Crawford landing another spinning body kick. It seems like the body shots are the theme of this fight. And a jab landed by Crawford. And a nice straight land by Crawford there. But an inside leg kick by Dullahan. And a nice boxing combination by Kieran Dullahan, throwing off his hands, and just letting those hands go. But James Crawford landing a few knees to the skull of Kieran Dullahan. Dullahan, another spinning body attack. He's really trying to wear James Crawford out. And it's going to be interesting who wins if this one goes to the ground. And Kieran Dullahan's leg could be snapped. It looks worse for wear right now. And James Crawford just letting those hands go. He's trying to go for a first round finish, I think. And what statement that would make. Stiffy Steve, of course, winning by decision last week against Tony Vincenzo. And a first round stoppage would really cement, put a stamp on who the face of the bantamweight division is going into the title fight next week. And a wild head kick there by Crawford. Seems like he got tapped with a straight by Kieran. Going for a spinning back twist, but gets ate with a body kick. Now it's all about timing in the bantamweight division. Timing will really get you a long way. Crawford missing a spinning body kick, eats a left hook, and another spinning body kick. They're not afraid to throw that body kick in there. Kieran Dullahan throwing it again, going for a takedown, but James Crawford just too far away. And it seems like Kieran Dullahan could take this to the ground if he wants to, but the problem is, he doesn't know the wrestling of James Crawford. He's not seen either of these men fight yet. And here they are, both making their first fight in Legend of Combat. And a nice three-piece combination by Kieran Dullahan. Doesn't knock him down, but definitely gets him down with that body kick, but will not count as a knockdown. And look at the grappling here. He's trying to pick James Crawford up, but it's not that easy, James Crawford says. It's not that easy. As he wiggles his finger. And he lands a spinning head kick attack. Kieran Dullahan did not see that one coming. Tries to throw one of his own, but is guarded by James Crawford, who throws a head kick halfway across the octagon. Bold of him, to say the least. Bold of him. And you've got to think Stiffy Steve's watching this one, just seeing who wins. And another double jab straight down the pipe by Kieran Dullahan. could be one of the best boxers in Legend of Combat so far. And look, he's just throwing that jab. He knows when to throw it. And he goes for a takedown, but he's too far away. And James Crawford needs to watch out for the wrestling here by Kevin Delahunt. Definitely seems like a game plan. And you've got to wonder what Steffi Steve's thinking about this game plan, as Toro Vincenzo wrestled him for 6 minutes of their 15-minute bout last week. And that does not go in favour of Steffi Steve if this one hits the ground, I don't think. But Kevin Delahunt landing some nice kicks here. And it just seems like James Crawford needs to get some momentum. He needs to find the rhythm. And once again, the takedown just too far out for Kieran Delahunt. And Delahunt landing body knees against the cage. And he's going for takedown. He gets the takedown. And this could be a game changer. This could lead to the end of the fight if James Crawford isn't careful here. And some shots being thrown by Kieran. Crawford landed some elbows from the back, but it seems like if Delahunt passes, but Crawford is actually flipping him over. Maybe this has been a ruse all along. Maybe the ground actually favours James Crawford, but he's caught in a guillotine. Kieran Delahunt's got him in a guillotine, and this could be dangerous. This could spell disaster for James Crawford with 30 seconds left in the round. And that looks tight, by the way. That looks tight. 20 seconds left. Can James Crawford survive this? This looks really bad. He's close to submitting. He's close. And Kieran Delahunt gets the submissive victory. James Crawford with the tap. And wow, I bet he's going to be disappointed with himself. A first round submission win sends Kieran Delahunt to the final of the bantamweight tournament as he takes on Stiffy Steve next week at Legends Are Born. And you know, legends are meant to be born next week, but I think a legend could be born tonight in the bantamweight division. Kieran Delahunt with a dominant performance. The action is far from over here tonight. Mr. Worm AXX takes on Sean Simpson in the lightweight tournament. And of course the winner will fight Cameron Dunn, who got a second round submission win over Yuri Boyka last week. And you've got to think he's watching this very closely to see how the fighting styles adds up to his. And not a glove touch, almost a glove touch in this fight here, but too close, not close enough. And Mr. Worm AXX landing a nice leg kick there. So it's with a body straight. He catches Mr. Worm AXX with a hook there. And both 0 and 0 fighters, one of their wins will be captured tonight, and one of their first losses will also be captured tonight. And you've got to think, going off your first fight with a loss doesn't pave a great direction in your Legends of Combat career. However, who knows, maybe somebody will go 101, 201. That one loss might just be their first ever fight. You know, I don't doubt, like in the last fight, James Crawford could come back, become the bantamweight king in the near future. Just definitely not next week, as he is not on the pay-per-view card. And Mr. Worm AXX letting the hands go, and he's landed a nice weight. Sean Simpson almost got him with an uppercut there. Could be dangerous for Mr. Worm AXX, but Sean Simpson takes him down with a single leg takedown. Could this be trouble for Mr. Worm AXX? Cameron Dunn, of course, getting a second submission last week. If Sean Simpson, you know, doesn't show a good high level game, or Mr. Worm AXX gets submitted, that is a weakness for Cameron Dunn to exploit at the pay-per-view. This seems like as good a point as any. Follow our Twitter page at Legend of Combat. You will not regret it. And Sean Simpson trying to advance position here on the ground. Mr. Worm AXX landing his elbow. Sean Simpson catching him with some strikes as he goes for the ground and pound finish in the first round. A statement would be made there. And it seems like Sean Simpson happy where he is, content where he is, just throwing strikes, running down the clock. And there he goes, another ground and pound, but he gets up. It looks like he's getting some success on the ground, but he is confident in his standability clearly. And we'll see how Mr. Worm AXX fares against Sean Simpson. Has his confidence been rocked here? Going for a body kick, doesn't quite get it. Sean Simpson is quite good at counter punching out, it seems like. He seems like he's landed a nice couple of shots when the chance presents itself, but he gets took down himself. Mr. Worm AXX now landing shots right to Sean Simpson's head, but he gets up. Maybe he's more confident on his feet than he is on the ground, and that's okay, because it's Legend of Combat. You know, a legend can be made on the ground, standing up, You know, as long as it's in the octagon, a legend can be made in any given night. Landing a nice uppercut to the head of Sean Simpson as it bounces right off the chin. Another uppercut landed there, body knee landed, straight landing. Mr. Woman XX is finding his groove here in the first round. And another uppercut. Sean Simpson's got to be careful now. A body knee landing to Sean Simpson, a body kick landing to Sean Simpson, who lands a hook and a leg kick. It's not enough compared to what. Oh, but he's got him for jab and left hook. Mr. Woman XX looks sturdy enough. He's landing a double jab. He lands another jab there. And he's just throwing out that jab, just trying to catch Sean Simpson. And he goes for a body kick, doesn't quite get it. But man, what are these two doing? Putting on a great fight here in the co-main event. And still to come tonight, JORTFR taking on MCMANN in the heavyweight division. The winner will fight LoC Power for the heavyweight championship at Legends Are Born. And it's a striking clinic is what it is. But Mr. Womi XX's leg could be compromised here. We might need to take a closer look at that as he lands some knee to the head. The clinch work of Mr. Womi XX is stunning. And man, you've got to think Cameron Dunn might have his work cut out for himself next week at Legends Are Born. Remember to watch it because it's 3 title fights. It's a 4-fight card as of talking right now. That fight will get announced on our Twitter at Legend of Combat. That non-title fight bout kicking off the card, but man, all the bouts on the line. The bantamweight title on the line, the lightweight title on the line. Will it be Mr. Worm AXX or Sean Simpson? Sean Simpson is stunned, however. This is probably the highlight of the fight. But he's not capitalising on it at all. No hurry. But maybe that's a good thing. He can actually Sean Simpson with a right hook. But like I was saying, the heavyweight title on the line in the main event. LoC Power taking on the winner of tonight's main event. And just what a card. Just what a card the pay-per-view's got. But it seems like the round's going to end. But in whose favour? 15 seconds to go. Will there be any last second knockouts? That would be amazing in the lightweight division. A first round stoppage, sending someone through to the final. Leg kick landed by Mr. Womi XX. Overhand landed. Front head kick landed. That could have been dangerous. Sean Simpson ending the round on top. But man, you've got to think who won that round. Very close round. I would probably give it in the favour of Mr. Womi XX. The man with the medals. Clearly confident going into this one. But I would still say a 10-9 round. You know, Sean Simpson done great in that round, but I don't think he done enough. No glove touch to begin the second round. Sean Simpson landing a body straight kick. And back to the clinch, Mr. Womi XX. You do not want to get in the clinch with him, it clearly looks like. And he's just popping out that jab, landing a kick. Oh, he's stunned Sean Simpson with a straight right. The body has been locked with Sean Simpson. A fantastic start to the second round by Mr. Womi XX, but he needs to be careful he doesn't get caught himself. This is thrilling. Sean Simpson needs to be careful. However, he's been caught with a right hook. He's been caught with more body shots. He's been dropped. Mr. Womi XX is trying to funny sit here tonight. And he's back to the clinch. Fantastic body knees there. Almost got caught with an overhand. Did Sean Simpson, who needs to just try and recover. He can't just block and run away. He does need to throw. He does need to try and make progress in this fight. But it seems like he's bit off more than he could chew here tonight. And he lands a leg kick. He lands an overhand. He doesn't land the head kick, it's been blocked. But he's been stunned again. Mr. Womi XX now chasing down his prey. And it's fascinating. It really is. The composer, Mr. Worm AXX. He's dropped Sean Simpson again. He knows he's won this fight. But he's just been cautious. And, you can't fault that. You can't fault that. It's a game plan at the end of the day. It's a fight. He's not in a battle. He's in a fight. He's just trying to win the fight, and if this one goes all 3 rounds, so be it. As long as he gets the win, he's happy enough. He's been caught with a right hook. But back to the clinch. He just don't know where he's going to throw in the clinch. It seems to be dasher for Sean Simpson, who seems like he's going to go 0-1 if he doesn't get anything. Mr. Womi XX missing a head kick, and Sean Simpson goes for the single leg. He gets the single leg, and now he's in side control. This could be dangerous. from Mr. Warm 8XX. Sean Simpson throwing those body shots, and he gets back mount. It's going to be interesting to see what he goes from here. A lot of positions he can go for, and I think he might be going for a choke. He's landing double punches, and he doesn't get the choke. He doesn't go for the choke, but he's in half guard here. It's going to be interesting to see what, and he's trying to throw shots, but Mr. Warm 8XX successfully blocking a couple, gets hit with a foot, but nothing of note, and it seems like this one's going to stay on the ground for now. Sean Simpson trying to go for another strike. He gets second control again. It'd be interesting to see him apply a submission. I would love to see the ground game of Sean Simpson. He could go for a guillotine here. He could go for an anaconda, just like Cameron Dunn did in the second round of his fight last week. But man, it's interesting. Mr. 1XX in full guard. Maybe he'll go for a submission on his back. That would be really interesting. That's Sean Simpson now going for the ground and pound again. 2 minutes left in the second round, and I would be very surprised if this one didn't end in the second round. Mr. 1XX getting up now. He tried and he did. He saw, he conquered. But it'd be interesting. It clearly looks like he's got the advantage standing up. So, Sean Simpson's been dropped off another uppercut. That's like 3 or 4 knockdowns in this round. And Mr. 1XX says, another right hook. He is a killer. And now he's going for the ground and pound. He smells blood. He smells blood. And he's fastest with the ground and pound. He's clobbering the head of Sean Simpson. He's going for the finish. And man, he's inside control now. He might just try and unload. He might try and get up. Who knows? But I think Mr. 1XX is second away from winning this one. He gets back up, and Sean Simpson needs to be careful. He is on the thinnest ice I think I've seen in Legend of Combat so far. That chin is gone in this fight. And just how much more can Sean Simpson take? Mr. 1XX now going for body shots. He is going for the punish. He wants that second round finish. And he's throwing out that southpaw jab. And just the right jab. He goes for a head kick. Doesn't quite get it. So Simpson landed a nice leg kick there. And man, Sean Simpson now going for more headshots. Another left hook. That left hook is probably been his best punch he's been throwing this fight. And just look at the distance between them. Mr. 1XX does want that finish. However, he just wants to win in general. And he's pressing forward. He's marched forward. 10 seconds left in the second round. He clobbers him. He's clobbered him. Sean Simpson has been dropped and is out cold. Man, I would love to see a replay of that. But he does go through to the final of the lightweight tournament. He will take on Cameron Dunn. Respect being shown after the fight. We'll love to see it. And let's take a look at that. Wow, you think he's going for the left hook, but he throws the right hook right to the bridge of the nose of Sean Simpson. He might need surgery after that one. But man, what a win. What a threat in the lightweight division. Cameron Dunn's got his basket full next week. And Mr. 1XX with a very impressive victory. Just well done to the man with the medals. And as he gets his arm raised, he looks towards the lightweight championship, the Legend of Combat lightweight championship. And he will be in action again next week. Sean Simpson, no doubt, will be back in the future. As we go towards our main event, it is JORTFR taking on Kai McMahon. Well, we get our first glove touch of the evening. We do JORTFR, probably the best way to describe him, the skeleton with the big crown on the head. Kai McMahon, the normal looking one, aka the one in the blue shorts. JORTFR just trying to find his stance. Kai McMahon showing off some head movement, landing that left uppercut, and JORTFR doesn't look like a man who's going to back down from much. He's already pressing forward. He's already in Kai McMahon's side of the octagon. Missing overhand, landing a nice body kick, and he's stunned. Kai McMahon's wobbled in the first minute, but JORTFR's just taking his time. It's the heavy division. He doesn't want to get overly confident, and that's probably the best thing he can do. Kai McMahon, very dangerous, but he's been caught off a spinning head kick, and now he's showing caution to win. JORTFR's like, okay, I've tapped you once, you've been wobbled, I've tapped you twice, now it's kill shot. And it's just that flying head kick. Look, Power, of course, going to be fighting the winner of this one for the vacant Legend of Combat Heavyweight Championship. But JORTFR shown very incredible power. And he's caught Kai McMahon with an uppercut. He's wobbled him 3 times in 2 minutes. And it's not looking good for Kai McMahon. But it's of course a 5-round fight. You know, anything can happen. And just JORTFR looks so good in here. He's been caught with a leg kick. And Kai McMahon landing a nice uppercut. He's landed another nice uppercut. JORTFR could be in trouble here if he keeps getting caught with them. Kai McMahon looking very well balanced actually. He's caught JORTFR with a straight, and this could be a lot closer than it seemed like it was going to be. Of course, Luke Power get a first round stoppage over Cameron McDonald last week. Looked very impressive, and no doubt somebody wants to look more impressive tonight. JORTFR landed a nice body kick, landed another, and he's caught Kai McMahon again with the flying crane kick. A very difficult kick to counter, and it's just lead body kicks by JORTFR that's really just hitting the body, and he dropped Kai McMahon with another flying crane kick. Wow, that flying crane kick really is a weakness of Kai McMahon, and JORTFR is exploiting it to the maximum. And Kai McMahon landing a leg kick, he needs to be careful. If I was him, I would just try and take the round off. You've only got a minute left, just take your time. JORTFR landing a nice uppercut there, and he's pressing forward, and it's just so interesting, the heavyweight division. You know, there's a lot of power in the hands of these guys. Kai McMahon landing a straight there, landing a right hook. Good on him, he's looking decent. He looks like he's recovered. By the time he looks like he's recovered, JORTFR catches him. JORTFR just keeping his distance, using his reach. He does have a 3-inch reach advantage. And he's got a spinning head kick. Kai McMahon drops to the floor, head first. And what a knockout. First round spinning head kick by JORTFR as he advances to the heavyweight final to take on Luke Power. Does a backflip. This man could be the face of the company. Just what a win. First round KO by JORTFR. Let's take another look at this. Bang! Right to the temple. Night Kai McMahon, who will no doubt be back in the future, but just tonight's all about 1-0 JORTFR, who will now take on Luke Power in the final of the heavyweight tournament. Kai McMahon recovered back to his feet, and he's just looking disappointed with the result. But, you know, he gave it his all. JORTFR just showed the power, he showed the technique, and he's the one getting his arm raised. Great timing on the man, and we go towards pay-per-view. And ladies and gentlemen, just take a look at the card. Luke Power headline against JORTFR, the man you just seen knock out Kai McMahon. In the co-main event, the lightweight title will be on the line. Cameron Dunn taking on the man from LA, Mr. Warm 8XX, in a 5-round fight. And then before that, the bantamweight division, Stiffy Steve will take on Kieran Dollar for the bantamweight title. And also on the card will be a fight we reveal on the Twitter at Legend of Combat. Stay tuned for that, and ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week for the pay-per-view. Champions will be crowned, but legends will be born.